going on, friends and family? My name is Skylent, and welcome to the channel. Here we check out new games all together, try to experience together, play together, and generally I cover games that I guess I would consider it's not really a genre, but living world kind of games. So a lot of open world games, a lot of things that have like very storied world building or what have you, but mostly online games. However, today's game is not online, just to kind of clarify that. This is a survival open world game, but it is actually not online. However, I do want to talk about it for a very particular reason that we'll get into, but today's game is called Scrapknot. Scrapknot is a top-down base building survival game with steampunk elements. You get to explore an open world with different biomes, obviously. You gotta take care of oxygen, manage your farms, and generate electricity, build your home, and a lot more stuff going on with the game, hopefully, in the future. So this game is, and the reason why I'm talking about it is because Scrapknot is releasing a free-to-play prologue. That's what they're calling it, a prologue. And I've seen this a few times with a few other games. A lot of the time, though, they actually make you purchase it. So one that I can think of might actually maybe kind of be like Life is Feudal. A lot of games have like survival versions of themselves that you have to buy into, and then they have the MMO version, or they're games like Don't Starve, where you have the single player and then you have the multiplayer, or what have you. Sometimes it's a difference between mobile. So yeah, another game that this reminds me of is Crashlands. This game, though, going to be free to play and releasing as a prologue. The prologue is going to be just basically the first biome. It's going to show off the basic mechanics, and essentially, from what I can tell, it is going to be very bare bones. And why am I showing off this game when, frankly, it actually does look very similar to some games that I already mentioned, such as Crashlands and Don't Starve. And this just looks like it's less than those games, except it's steampunk. Well, I actually played Don't Starve whenever it was first announced, basically, when they had their free-to-play prologue themselves. And debatably, it had less than this game, possibly. I actually played it, and I enjoyed it. I loved the art style, and I obviously saw the potential, especially when, much like many of you guys, I played the prologue, or the demo, the free, beta to Minecraft. You could actually download Minecraft and play for free, and then you could actually buy the full version later on. They had the, and it was like $5, $10, and then it went up to $25, what have you. And there's definitely precedent for survival games not just going into early access, and not just going into Kickstarters, but, games to have kind of like demo versions of themselves, and then to show them off, without calling them demos. I just wanted to clarify that. So this game is going to have basically a demo, and you can play, and that's coming out really soon. It's available September 9th, so it's going to unlock in 3 weeks as of uploading this video. And while, yes, in many ways it does look similar, it's like, okay, farming and cooking, collect resources, build a base. What does that have to do with anything? Well, really, we're going to talk about the potential of that. So no, it's not going to be a very long-winded video. We can, if you look through the Steam page, there's not much to say about it, and pretty much what we see in the footage is probably what we're going to get. Probably like a boss fight or two here. I do like that they focus on a big monster that chases you, and I also do like that immediately we're getting electricity. Electricity is a big component inside of games like 7 Days to Die. Obviously Minecraft with redstone stuff, and there's actually a bunch of engineering survival games now. But this game is going to be single player, and so the complexity of this game needs to be weighted in a way that the gamification, I think, feels really challenging and rewarding. I think it probably should be like Crashlands, where there's just either so much to do, or the little that we do is truly challenging and actually like a survival experience. So what I would like to see from this game, if that's okay, if I can just talk about it, because obviously we can see what the game's going to have. It's frankly very honest about itself, but a lot of games used to be as well. And from every survival game that I've ever played, what it can be, what it can become, is amazing. Yeah, most recently, 7 Days to Die has absolutely, inspired me. And also, talking about inspiration here, I think, if I could just dream, actually, there's a lot of games that are incorporating factory elements, such as Satisfactory, obviously. And I don't know, personally, I played a lot of Mindustry, but with Steampunk as a setting, and a concept, if we can actually really focus on, like, redstone and machines and science-based kind of gameplay, I know Don't Starve sort of teases that, but not really. If we could have that kind of gameplay and really focus on the survival aspects, maybe it's almost like tower defense with giant monsters. We're actually going to see that with a couple of co-op survival games, like the Ragnarok-inspired one, whatever the fuck that's called. I don't know. Anyways, there's so many games coming out, but I do want to see a game where like giant steampunk, like robot monsters come, and I don't know, you got to use machines and ingenuity to actually conquer them or survive in this game. I would like to see the game actually turn out like that, but yes, I do have to admit, I'm making a video on a game that's quite bare bones. But I think the bones, it's pretty good bones, maybe? I don't know. It's tried and true formula. I get it. You know, we've seen it before, but I'm still excited about Scrapknot. Maybe I just really like steampunk shit, okay? Steampunk and farming and giant robots, okay? I like giant fights. Who's playing Horizon Zero Dawn, right? So, anyways, Scrapknot seems cool, seems neat to me, but the thing is what it could be. So this is a channel talking about new games and what could come from these new games. This is just a prologue, and it's free to play. So give it a shot, try it out, and I'll definitely shout out more games and talk about this game as it actually evolves for sure. And I would really love multiplayer. It's definitely a big thing. But regardless, hey, Scrapknot, Steampunk, Survival, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. And if there's any other games that I should shout out and I should do a little bit of research and digging into, well, yeah. All right, guys, that's it. Keep the hype alive, and I will see you again next time.